Hi, this is Andy from the English Watch, and what I want to do today is just touch on what I believe Rolex should do. These aren't predictions per se, they're more of a wish list. Now there will be a couple of the usual predictions, but I want to focus more upon what I would like them to do. Now, I am talking to you again from my wonderful hotel in West London, and coming home from a pleasant meal at the local Wagamama's with some colleagues. What do you know it, there's a whole coach load of school kids that just arrived. It's quite late, and get up to my room, and in typical fashion the card doesn't work on the door, so then I had to go back downstairs, queue with all the bloody kids, pardon my French, but eventually get back to my room. I thought, I'm going to do a video. Now earlier I did an Instagram post of my Grand Seiko, the GMT quartz. Now before we get onto the Rolex talk, now I was thinking, I've been wearing it for the week, this is a great watch. Could be the only watch you need. I mean, it's perfectly sized at 39mm, and I thought I'd do an Instagram post and just sort of describe the feelings I had at the time. But because it was like 12:30, all the hands were wrong. So I thought I'll just adjust it for the Instagram 10:10. And I couldn't unscrew the bloody crown. So my romantic thoughts of what a wonderful watch this were just went off in a poof of smoke. So it's good that we've got different watches. This one's quirky in its own right with this crown, which, because it's quartz, you shouldn't really need to adjust it anyway, other than when you're travelling or through the different daylight saving hours. But I don't know why. Maybe I have to get some rubber gloves on, or just wipe the greasy muck off. Who knows? Anyway, back to Rolex. So for those of you that follow the channel, you'll know that I used to own a Submariner, a 116610 LN. So mine was a 2020 model, and I got rid of that a couple of years ago, or 18 months ago. I had it about 4 years, and it was okay. I liked it, didn't love it. But what I do like about the old Submariner is the taper bracelet, the smaller bracelet. I'm not too keen on the new chunkier version, on the, call it the 41mm. Now I know people like the thinner lugs, but for me it was the bracelet that was the nicer aspect. So since before then, I've been on the list for a GMT Master 2, a black and blue, the Batman, on the Oyster. But since I've also listed for the Bruce Wayne, the black and grey on a Jubilee, which I did try, and I quite like that. So we'll see. I'm with two separate companies at the moment, so we'll see which one comes in first, if any. But I'm not bothered, I've been buying other stuff in the meantime. So why the GMT? For me, it's down to a few things. Firstly, I like the dive watch aesthetic, like in the Submariner, but with the GMT you get a bit more, let's call it sparkle if you like. You get the polished centre links, you get the extra GMT hands. It's just a bit more than a dive watch. I find it a bit more elegant. The case isn't as thick, certainly the case back, so it sits a bit flatter on my wrist. And I think for my 16 3/4 inch wrist, and the wrist profile I have, which is quite flat, it fits really nicely. Now I often go in and say, hey, how are we doing? And they say, well, have you tried anything else recently? And I'll say, yeah, I've tried this, I've tried that, and I'll try on a Datejust 41 or a 36 or an OP 41 or a 36. And for me, the 41mm, doesn't matter if it's the smooth bezel or the fluted bezel, I find just wear too big in the Datejust range, and I find a 36, it's just too small. It's for modern tastes, and for my taste, I wore a 36mm watch for years and years and years, no problem at all, but I wear sort of slightly bigger, more contemporary pieces now, and 36 is just too small. That's just the way it is. Can't help it. Can't switch the chip in my brain any other way. So this at a 39, I think, or 38, it's about the right size. So I'm not listed for anything else, nothing at all, because there's literally nothing else that I like in the Rolex catalogue. And when I say like, on my wrist, not aesthetically. If it doesn't fit, I'm not interested. So I would like to like a broader range of watches, and I even tried the Explorer 40, which does fit nicely, but I find that the way that the solid end link works with the first flexible link when it folds over my wrist, it looks a bit weird, and I look down at the watch and not for me. So I think for one of the potential changes, i.e. the reintroduction of the Milgauss, let's say it comes in the Explorer 40 case, which I think would be preferable to the Air King case, because originally it was in the Air King, with a pre-facelift Air King case. That might be a bit of a deal breaker, but perhaps the excitement of the Z Blue dial and the green crystal would detract from that. So, and also you got the polished center link, so that might be a nice introduction. So Milgauss reintroduction in the Explorer 40 case, not the Air King. I don't think so this year. I think they'll leave it a couple of years personally, but you never know. Now, other than that, I've got no real interest or inclination. Obviously, GMT 70 years old, platinum, could be a new model. I doubt it, but you never know. You never know. I mean, they have just changed a bezel last year with the grey and the black. Doesn't mean they can't just discontinue the watch and change it in some way. But I don't think they go to the 41mm style with the thicker bracelet as they did with the Submariner, because I think the GMT is a dressier piece. It needs for me the slimmer tapering bracelet. I think that's half of the charm. Where I want to go, maybe off piste, is on size in general. So as I said before, I find 41mm is too big, and I would also say the same if I was looking at an Omega Aquaterra. I think the 41mm again is too big. 38mm Aquaterra I think fits perfectly. A little bit chunky, those watches, but as a profile face on 38mm, I think Aquaterra perfect. 36mm on the Datejust, on the Oyster Petrol, as I said before, too small. So what I would like to see is that intermediate, large, small, medium, call it 38, extra medium, whatever you want to call it. But it'd be good to see a 38mm OP or Datejust. Will it happen? Maybe not, but we didn't think we'd get two sizes of Explorer in the catalogue at the same time, but we did. And if you look back at what Tudor have done recently with the Black Bay, so the smooth bezel, they've started to introduce incremental sizes, almost like that Russian doll style. 41, 39, 36, 34, whatever. And I'm sure they're looking at the stats thinking, what size of people wear? They buying a 39 or they're buying a 36 and 41. I suspect 39 gets a lot of love. And if you look at the Black Bay, the 58 out of 39mm watch, bracelet aside, obviously the GMT has the newer bracelet, but size-wise it's almost perfect for me. And I like to think I'm average. I wear medium-sized clothes, medium-sized trousers and shoes. If when it comes to sale time, there's nothing available because I'm average. So in the old bell-shaped curve of consumers, I'm right in the middle. 5'8", average height. So I fit everything, but can buy nothing in the sales. So you'd like to think there's a centre of gravity towards a size of watch that fits most people. So anyway, that's my thoughts. I'm going size. Apart from that Milgauss, I'm all in for size. Now, if you think as well about the Yachtmaster, there's a 37 and there's a 40. Now, will they do that along more lines? Don't know. So I'd love to know your thoughts. That's just 10 minutes of rambling at the end of the day in a hotel somewhere in West London, living the dream. So I'm Andy, this has been The English Watch. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.